And on that point, there's a lot of people in the world that would say that that the spirit comes from what you know. It's kind of like there's an internal knowing. And hermetically, that's true. We do have the answers inside, but the thing that we're often missing is the effort and the correct questions to ask of ourselves. So though the answers may be inside of us, if we don't put effort into seeking those answers, if we don't say, I want to know more, I really have to explore this, it won't just sort of be handed to us on a silver plate. So it's a lifestyle. To kind of harken back to what you said earlier, in martial arts, discipline is really, really important, or you don't succeed. And I would honestly say that in spirituality, discipline is really, really important, or you don't succeed. The two really come hand in hand. In modern spirituality, most of it gets interpreted as something like a New Age thinking. And often in New Age thinking there's these concepts that come out. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. And if you're meant to have something, meant to know something, you will. And so effort is kind of irrelevant. It's just sort of supposed to happen. And in terms of what is the spiritual nature of the world, we have to understand that the spiritual nature of the world is for you to not understand who you are and what you are. And there's sort of an upside down thinking in a lot of modern spirituality that the world is so full of understanding of spirituality that it would just sort of present itself to you. And that's really not so. We require to have to dig underneath what's on top to see what's below. And as much as you stare at the ground all day, you won't know what's underneath it until you look underneath it. And so that's most of life, is living on the surface of what life is. It's just the top layer. And you've got to put effort to get underneath it. You won't sort of magically find your way through it unless you say, no, I'm going to, in essence, in this example, get a shovel and dig and find out what's under there. So yeah, it does require effort. And if one were to say that to understand myself, to understand my divine essence, to understand who I am, all I have to do, for example, is read a book or watch this video, like watch me talking. These things can help, but in the end, ultimately, it's going to require you taking action and having direct experience to grow from it. And direct experience only comes when we're doing something. We're doing something about what it is we're seeking, which means effort is required. Now, you had mentioned, why does it have to be so hard? Well, the answer is it doesn't have to be. But we do, as humans, tend to make things harder than they have to be. The answers are often much more simplistic or much more easy to get to, but it's us as humans and our decisions and what we focus on as priorities that prevent us from seeing that the answer is there.